Hey guys, welcome to your 20-minute workout for week 28 of pregnancy. You'll just need a mat, no equipment, as per usual, and subscribe to the channel once you're done if you haven't already. We'll begin with our warm-up in standing, which is just a squat pulse. So we pulse for 3 and stand up. Down, pulse for 3. As you stand up, squeeze the glutes. So this is warming up all of those big leg muscles in preparation for some of the harder work later in this workout. Just 3 more. 2 and 1. Then hands on shoulders, we'll bend to one side, come up to center, and then bend to the other. So keep those abdominals braced or tense, especially as you come up. Use the abs to bring you back into center. And down. 3 more. 2, 1, into some kicks. So your hands can be on your hips. Knees don't have to be completely straight, but you're just kicking forward until you feel a stretch in the hamstrings or the calf. Just all of those muscles along the back of the leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll then open those legs, cross those arms, and just twist from side to side. So you may feel or hear a few clicks and cracks in that mid-back, and that's okay. 3, 2, 1. Back to the beginning. Down, pulse, stand up. Down, pulse for 3 before coming back up. Keep it going, keep that chest up, back straight, weight on the heels. 2 more. 1 more. Hands on shoulders, side bend. Really reach that top arm up to the ceiling and the bottom arm down to the floor. So it's a stretching feeling or a pulling feeling, as if someone's pulling you apart by gripping onto those arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on hips, kick forward. Stand up nice and tall throughout. Kick. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms across and twist. Keep the hips facing forwards, so it's mostly the upper body that does the twisting. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We're going to begin with some balance work. So you'll stand on one leg, push out of those hips, brace the abs, arms come overhead. The movement is a leg lift to the front and then a leg lift to the side. Up and side. If you can, try not to tap the mat in between those two movements. You can, if you need to balance, recenter before moving on. But otherwise, try to make the whole thing a balance activity. You should feel the standing leg working, the glutes of that standing leg. And keep pulling up nice and tall. Imagine someone's pulling you up by your arms. 3, 2, and 1. Other side. First, get into that starting position. Push up and out of that hip. Brace the abs. Shoulders down the back. And then we begin. Up. Side. If you watched a few videos, then by now you know that to get your balance, one of the things that you can do is focus your eyes on one specific spot. Squeeze those glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down. Give those arms a bit of a break because they've been working too. Heels together, toes out into a plie. Tuck that pelvis slightly under. We're bending rather down into a plie and then stepping out into a wide plie. Back to center and then other side. So to really get the most out of this particular movement, you want to think about turning those knees out, turning those legs out, almost as if you're trying to screw them into the ground. And as you come back to center, feel those inner thighs help with that movement. Plie. And I think I've been forgetting to plie in the middle. 2 plies. Pregnancy brain is real. Out and plie. There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Turn to the side. We've got a tabletop. Keep the knees slightly bent, back straight, hinge forward. So you should feel a stretch through the backs of those legs. And we've got 4 arm reaches. 2, 3, 4, back to standing. Down, brace those abs, reach. 2, 3, 4, and up. And with the reaches, it's an active thing. There's tension in those arms. And again, it's almost like someone's pulling you by your wrists from the top and the bottom. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. So you should feel these muscles working in that tabletop position as the arms move. Just 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back to center. Repeat all of those exercises one more time through. Push out of that hip. Brace those abdominals. First one is our balance with our leg lift forward and to the side. Forward and side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Lift. Really keep trying to pull yourself up taller. Out and forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Into our plies. Start with heels together, pelvis tucked under, bend first, then come out to second. Keep turning the knees out, bend. So you should be squeezing those glutes or those buttock muscles the entire time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And into our tabletop arm reaches. This time, no coming back up unless you need to. We're just going to keep switching. Hinge. Lift those sitting bones up, shoulder blades down the back, and reach. Feel how the muscles in the middle of the back also work during this movement. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. We're going to go straight from standing to lying today. So you can get down onto that mat, whichever way works best for you. If you struggle to lie flat on your back, come down onto your elbows. But if you can, lie flat here. So rock that pelvis back and forth, and then slowly start to reduce the size of those tilts to find a middle in between neutral position. Brace the abs, flatten the ribs so your belly is rounded instead of pointed. You're going to bring one leg up to tabletop, other leg to follow, and you can add a bit of support to your belly by placing your hands here. And it's just a simple toe tap from side to side. The added benefit of having those hands on the belly is you're also able to feel if it starts to pop out at any point, and you'll know that you may be fatiguing a bit. So take a break, or just don't drop that leg as low. Inhale to drop, exhale to come back to center. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those abdominals braced. You're then going to straighten those legs. You can still have the knee bend if it's difficult for you to straighten the legs. And what we're doing is dropping one leg down and then reaching up to it as it comes back to center. So it's not a huge crunch. We're more just trying to flatten the ribs a little bit more and tense those upper abs rather than trying to lift the entire back off of that mat. Once again, just look down at that belly. If it's starting to get a bit pointy, you know that this might be a bit too challenging at the moment. So you can also do this pair with our other, or our first exercise, and you can take the legs down with bent knees and just add that small crunch or crossover. Otherwise, it's straight. We've just got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs down, shake them out. You can give those front thigh muscles, those hip flexors, a bit of a rub. But we'll actually stretch them out a bit with the next exercise, which is a bridge. So tuck the pelvis under, push the lower back into the mat, and lift the back up off the mat, one section at a time. So hips, lower spine, mid spine, then upper spine as hips lift to ceiling. Hold for a few seconds, and then you're going to peel back down and place the back down onto the mat, one vertebra or one section at a time, with the hips being the last thing to hit the mat. So this is not just a bridge where we lift the hips up to the ceiling, but we're also focusing on laying the spine down in a bit of a roll pattern and then lifting it up section by section. So as well as training glute strength, it's training control. And that's one of the important things that we need around that low back and around those hips. Tuck, lift, squeeze, and then peel back down. Tuck, lift, and then peel back down. Now we'll lift again, but we'll keep it here. And in this position, you're going to drop one knee out to the side. It's a very small movement. Then drop the other knee as you keep the hips lifted. If you're one of those who battles to do this lying flat, you can do this with your upper back over the edge of a bench or a chair. Keep tucking the pelvis slightly under because it will also help you activate those glutes a bit more. Drop and drop. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up here and just pulse the hips up to the ceiling as you give the glutes a little bit of an extra squeeze at the top. You should also feel your hamstrings or the backs of those thighs working in this position. And the stronger our glutes are, or the muscles around our pelvis, the more it'll help prevent or minimize things like pelvic girdle pain or symphysis pubis dysfunction, any pain around the pelvis that tends to crop up in the 3rd trimester as the baby gets bigger and things continue to stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly lay that spine back down onto the mat. Okay, let's move into a little bit of stretching. That went quite quickly, just some exercises in standing and some exercises in lying to target those hips today. But we'll stretch out those glutes by crossing one leg over and bringing that knee towards the chest. You can also do this in sitting. So sitting up on your mat with your hands behind you, crossing one leg over the other. Really try to open out that knee. And switch. One leg crossed over, up to the chest, and open that knee out, the leg that you're stretching. Okay, come into a sitting position. Knees open, hands behind you, push the chest out and breathe. Rock from side to side on those hands, and you'll feel that stretch shift from shoulder to shoulder. You'll then hinge forward, keep that back straight, open out those hips, and then gently sway or rock from side to side in this position as we mobilize the lower back too. Three, 2, 1. Knees together, clasp your hands behind your thighs, round the spine as you push back to stretch the shoulder blades. And come back up, sweep the legs behind you, roll back up into standing. And just roll that head from side to side. For 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, 20 minutes done. Good job today. Subscribe to the channel and join a community of women who are enthusiastic about their fitness, and have a look at some of our other videos that cover topics like constipation, low back pain, pelvic girdle pain, everything you need to know about some of the conditions that tend to crop up during pregnancy. I'll see you soon on another Belly Strong video.